The Indian government has a cockroach problem, a youth protest movement that calls itself the Cockroach Janta Party. On Monday, thousands of these demonstrators descended on New Delhi, a rare mass protest in the heart of India's capital, defying a police ban. Police firing tear gas to stop the protesters from marching to the Indian parliament.
I hope they listen to us, because if not now, then I don't know if it's a democracy or like dictatorship.
We've had bad governments, but we've never had such an evil government, because this government is only interested in power, fame and money. They are genuinely non-biological. They don't have a shred of decency in them.
The Cockroach Party began barely 2 months ago with this social media post from Abhijit Dipket, a graduate student from Boston University, in response to a top judge who appeared to call India's unemployed youth cockroaches.
There are youngsters like cockroaches.
Dipke launched the Cockroach Party, demanding reform of the country's scandal-prone education system and the firing of the education minister. That official has since called the Cockroach Party terrorists. Last month, the Cockroach Party began a small sit-in protest in downtown Delhi. It was joined by activist and educator Sonam Wangchuk, who went on hunger strike. On Saturday, police forcibly removed Wangchuk from the protest, taking him to a hospital. Since then, a movement that had existed mostly online suddenly burst onto the streets of Indian cities. On Monday, India's health minister met face-to-face with Cockroach Party representatives, asking them to end their sit-in. But they're still calling for the resignation of the education minister, a rare show of defiance that's put the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the defensive. Ivan Watson, CNN.
We're going to take a short break. We'll see you on the other side.
Born and raised in California, I've been a journalist here for decades. And one thing I've learned is that the issues that matter here are the issues that affect the whole world. Immigration.
Anti-immigration sentiment has spread to other cities in the UK.
Most of us want a fix to the crisis at the border.
Trade.
You can hear that pumping is underway right now.
Is that going to be a long-term problem?
It's going to take some time.
Politics.
What stood out to me is the huge gap between the rich and the poor.
We are learning more about Xi Jinping's trip to North Korea.
Is this more aimed at President Trump?
Tech.
It's an interactive avatar platform on your phone.
Sports. The dominant performance.
Man, it feels great. We wait every 4 years for this, the biggest tournament in the world.
And of course, entertainment.
We love that one!
You wanted to be a K-pop idol yourself.
I think everybody does.
Join me live from Los Angeles for the latest stories and conversations as news breaks all around.
Activate from two unique perspectives. Zain Asher and Biana Golodriga use their extensive experience to cover global news with passion and intellect.
Walk us through what specifically Secretary of State Marco Rubio was talking about. What leverage, if any, does Prime Minister Netanyahu have at this point?
One World with Zain Asher and Biana Golodriga. Weekdays on CNN.
Here's a breakdown of what you can find out front. Where are we when it comes to inflation? Direct, in-depth, and raw. Okay, now we hear the sirens. Getting ahead of the biggest stories and giving you context you won't find anywhere else. How important is this moment that we are in? Does it sound to you that we're on the verge of a potentially dramatic escalation?
Aaron Burnett out front, weekdays on CNN.
I'm going to take you back to the streets of Madrid in Spain, where it looks like hundreds of thousands of people have been gathering to welcome home the men's World Cup winners. They have been on a homecoming parade on the buses. We've seen many of them celebrating. They've got one of those open-top buses through the streets on their way to Cibeles Square, we're being told, to celebrate. Obviously, unfortunately, you're not seeing similar picture in Buenos Aires. No such joy in Argentina, where hopes for back-to-back World Cup titles were dashed. Argentina's president said the country will still celebrate the team's campaign with a national holiday. He's leaving it up to the team to pick the date. Well, we're covering the sporting side of this and the celebration. Let's bring in CNN's World Sports Coy Wire and Pau Mosquera in Madrid. Coy, let me start with you. And what a match it was, my friend.
Yes.
I was hooked.
It was incredible. The whole tournament, right? But this was Spain's moment. They've now won it all. Reigning world, Olympic, and European champs. First nation ever to hold the men's and women's World Cups at the same time. It was Leo Messi and the grit and gravitas of the defending champs, Argentina, against heir apparent Lamine Yamal and the tactical precision of Spain. They had nearly 70% possession in this one, 20 shots on goal. And after Enzo Fernandez was sent off with a wild challenge, it was Ferran Torres coming off of the bench to net the game winner in extra time. 1-0 was the final. It was unprecedented 7 shutouts for Spain in a World Cup. And with no single standout performer throughout the entire tournament, this was just one team, one heartbeat. Sears stands up. He apologizes before leaving the room. So, after an unprecedented 48-team World Cup, Spain are hoisting their hardware at the trophy presentation. Look at FIFA President Gianni Infantino rushing to usher U.S. President Donald Trump off the stage there, allowing those players to take center stage and own their moment. And from the high of becoming a World Cup winner for the first time, you wonder if Spain defender Marc Cucurella might have some regrets today, realizing that he might have to get a tattoo of his coach, Luis de la Fuente. He said before the tournament that's what he'd do if Spain lifted the trophy at Isa. De la Fuente ramped up the pressure last night, saying he knows his team are men of their word, and he added, "I'm not that ugly." So maybe we'll see some fresh ink on Cucurella.
And Cucurella was asked where that tattoo was going. He said he hadn't decided yet. So there you go. Thanks very much, Coy. Appreciate it. Let me take it to the streets of Madrid. Pau Mosquera. Pau, enhorabuena. Congratulations to you. What incredible scenes for La Roja today.
Absolutely. What an incredible day. The celebrations are still continuing from yesterday. Authorities have set a giant stage over there so the players can take to it and can proudly show off the trophy that they have taken on the airplane that has taken them from Newark to Madrid earlier this morning. So today it's going to be the continuation from yesterday. We saw how people were celebrating in the streets until early hours of the morning, and many were telling me, Isa, that even they had to go to the office. They didn't care about getting no sleep because situations like this thing nowadays, like winning again a second World Cup, doesn't happen every day. So this is the reason why most surely the situation is going to repeat again tonight, Isa.
Yeah, I'm sure bosses will understand if you do not show up for work the next day, given, of course, that Spain has won a World Cup. Congratulations to them. Pau, good to see you. Thank you very much. Do stay right here. I'll be back after this short break.